And now we're going to, at last, make a trip to the other side of the world. We're going to Ceylon for an interview with William Holden and Alec Guinness, who are there on location. But first, let's talk to Bill Holden. Hi, Bill.
We've been in Ceylon several weeks now. While we haven't the comforts of home, by improvising, we make out.
Well, Bill, isn't it sort of unusual to be making a picture in Ceylon? I mean, why aren't you shooting this in Hollywood on one of the enormous sound stages out there?
Well, here's one of the reasons, Steve. Our bridge on the River Kwai is too big for a sound stage. In the jungle here at Kitagala, men and elephants worked for 9 months building this huge timber bridge.
I see.
On either side of the river, roads had to be cut around a mountain tea plantation.
Mm-hmm.
This train had to be hauled overland to the location. The train and bridge helped tell the story of construction of Japan's death railway from Burma to Siam during World War II with Western prisoners of war.
And I guess it'll look even more exciting, Bill, in Technicolor and CinemaScope. Since this is a Columbia release is named for your bridge, I take it that the bridge is pretty important to your story. Is that right?
Yes, it is, Steve. We build it and then we blow it up, train and all. Alec Guinness plays the part of a British commanding officer who refuses to work for his Japanese captors until they abide by the rules of the Geneva Convention. He then builds the finest bridge possible to show that his men, even though prisoners, are better than their captors. Now I'd like to have you meet Alec Guinness.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Alec. Sounds like you're playing a very interesting and difficult role in the bridge on the River Kwai.
Well, it's certainly a difficult role, and I suppose it is a rather unusual one for me. I play a British colonel who is obsessed with the idea of restoring discipline to his men.
Uh-huh. How does this role compare with others you've done?
Well, most of the parts I've played on the films have been concerned with unethical men. And in this, I play a man of great integrity.
Well, Alec, we've seen your comedies and the drama recently. You do either equally well. After you finish the bridge on the River Kwai, what next, do you suppose?
Well, I return to London to start another film comedy, and right at the moment, I think they're wanting me back on the set here. So if you'll excuse me.
Well, thank you, Alec. Now, Bill, can we see some of the prison camp where you're working now? Bill? Speak to me.
Steve. Come along.
All right, Bill.
This is headquarters of the Japanese commander. The Japanese Guards barracks. This is something of a torture chamber. The oven where Guinness is put to sweat out his stubbornness.
Hot Guinness.
Here's Seishu Hayakawa, who plays the commander of our prison camp. Your viewers, Steve, may remember him as one of Hollywood's most famous villains of silent pictures.
Yes, indeed.
Jack Hawkins is one of England's most popular actors. And these girls are Siamese.
I guess they're pretty popular, too. Bill, do you learn any foreign words or phrases working with them?
Well, here in Ceylon, we say, Ayuboa, which means hello, goodbye, and long life to you. In Indian, this is like shaking hands. And, of course, the greeting in the morning in Japanese is Ohio gozaimasu.
Uh-huh. Bill, what do you miss most of all when you're away from home?
Well, I miss my family, my wife and children. And on a day like this, I miss an air-conditioned soundstage. And speaking of sound stages, I see they've just finished with Alec Guinness, and I'm due for the next shot.
Well, before you go, Bill, will you tell us about the scene?
Well, Steve, if you'll watch, I think the scene will explain itself.
All right.
You keep walking on that foot, you'll bleed to death.
Yes. You're going to leave me here.
You stop, we stop.
You can't study the layout of the bridge after dark. You've got to get there before sundown.
When the job's done, who knows if we can return by this route or whether we could find you if we did.
If you were in my shoes, George, I wouldn't hesitate to leave you here, and you know that.
He doesn't know it, but I do. You'd leave your own mother here if the rules called for it.
You'll go on without me. That's an order. You're in command now, Shears.
I won't obey that order. You make me sick with your heroics. There's a stench of death about you. You carry it in your pack like the plague. Explosives and L-pills, they go well together, don't they? And with you, it's just one thing or the other. Destroy a bridge or destroy yourself. This is just a game, this war. You and that Colonel Nicholson, you're two of a kind. Crazy with courage. For what? How to die like a gentleman. How to die by the rules. When the only important thing is how to live like a human being. I'm not going to leave you here to die, Warden. Because I don't care about your bridge, and I don't care about your rules. If we go on together. I hope you like it.
Well, we certainly did, Bill, and it looks like you and Alec Guinness and Sam Spiegel and Columbia and all concerned have a great film on the bridge on the River Kwai.
Well, thanks, Steve. And for now, I'll say so long.
Okay, Bill. Good seeing you. Now, I saw a preview of that picture just the other night. It's one of the most exciting things I've seen in a long time. Bridge in the River Kwai. You'll be sure to see it. I think it's having its American premiere here at the Palace Theater a week before Christmas.